How did you get back at an entitled friend who ruined your own birthday party? Every year on my birthday, my friend Amy shows up with her 2 little kids and hijacks the whole place. She'd make us hide all the alcohol, change the TV channel to Disney Channel, force us to play the Kidz Bop version of all our favorite songs. It was a PG-13 nightmare. We have to make it family friendly, Amy would tell me. And sure, fine, I loved those kids and didn't mind going to parties like that. But this year, I wanted something different. I wanted hot tops, cocktails, and movies that don't involve the romance between a zombie and a human. I wanted my friends to actually relax and be free to have adult conversations if they wanted to. And look, I'm turning 36. Don't I deserve just one night where I didn't have to be auntie? Where I could just be me, a 36-year-old who wants to scream about the hot men on TV with all my friends. So I called her. A week before the party, I told her straight up, I love you and the kids, but this year, it's an adults-only party. She lost it instantly. Seriously? Just because you don't have kids and are cursed to be single, doesn't mean you have to act so jealous and selfish that you'd actually leave mine out. She snapped through the phone. No, I just don't want to spend another year changing the plans I had for us, just to make sure it's okay for you and the kids. It's my birthday, I tried to explain. She burst out laughing. Oh, I see. So then who's gonna pay to babysit my kids all night? She argued. Well, you will, I said quietly. You're the parent. That's when she went berserk, shouting, calling me cold and bitter and how I die alone with my wine collection. I waited until she calmed down before saying as gently as I could, look, Amy, this party is optional. If you can't go because you can't find a babysitter, it's fine, but I'd still really love to have you, okay? Just no kids. She went quiet for a second, then finally agreed, but only after I promised the next get-together could be as kid-friendly as she wanted. Fine, deal. She hung up and I thought, great, that's the end of that argument. But I was very wrong. At first, things at the party seemed to be going perfectly. The hot tub was bubbling, the champagne was popping, and girls were squealing at the horror movie someone had put on. My friends were laughing and talking about bad dates and horrible exes in full adult details, and the dirty jokes just kept on coming. It was like we were all back in college again. But then the door swung open and Amy walked in, an hour late, with both kids hugging her legs. She didn't even bother saying hi to anyone. She just went around and started throwing out all the alcohol, changing the music, turning off the TV while the kids made a mess of things. They stole one of the cocktail glasses thinking it was juice and chugged it straight. Then they jumped into the hot tub, still fully clothed, and started splashing the water everywhere. The youngest then stood up on the edge, unzipped his pants, and whizzed straight into the jacuzzi while 2 of my friends scrambled to get out. Amy didn't apologize. She just grinned at the chaos, like she had planned the whole thing from the start. I pulled her aside and reminded her about our deal. She shrugged and said the babysitter canceled last minute. What was I supposed to do, miss your party? After seeing what happened, honestly, it would have been really nice if she did. Before I could continue arguing, she walked off and started going around the room, reminding each person to keep things family-friendly for the rest of the party. One by one, my friends went quiet. The music kept playing, but nobody was dancing anymore. Everyone just stood around, whispering about whether or not they should leave. That's when I lost it. I thought, fine, if she really wants to invite her kids into an adults-only party, then I might as well introduce them into some adults-only crap. I walked over to her kids with the biggest smile on my face. Hey guys, wanna learn some really cool grown-up words? Their eyes lit up. I knelt down and taught them every curse word I knew. And I didn't just say the words. I explained what each one meant, when to use them, and what situations called for which level of profanity. I gave examples. I used them in sentences. They loved it. They started shouting it all out, making Amy's head whip around. What are you teaching the kids? She shouted. I ignored her and continued. Did mommy tell you where babies come from? They shook their heads furiously. I grabbed a napkin, drew a few diagrams, and gave them the talk. I used real scientific terms. I explained anatomy, biology, the whole process from start to finish. I answered every question they had with complete honesty and way too much detail. So that's how babies are made? The oldest shouted loud enough for the whole room to hear. Mom, I saw Daddy try to make a baby with Grandma last year. They said it was just a game, but now I know they want a baby too. Amy's face went pale. The room went dead silent. Amy grabbed both kids by the arms and yanked them toward the door while they kept pelting her with questions. Mom, what's that word mean again? The bad one that starts with F? She screamed at me. You're disgusting. I shrugged, watching her slam the door. Maybe I went too far, but I did warn her.